Hello, we're back. We're going to have a really good time again. Let's go give this mad cunt his pen. Evening, boys. Let's run there. For fun.
Well.
Oh, I forgot how bad that accent was. Oh, do I need to say goodbye?
Si.
And then choose the pen and then rattle it into his fucking eye.
Well.
Yeah. Your pen.
You have what you wanted. Your precious pen.
You seem annoyed, Mr. Holmes. I would even go so far as to say terribly worried.
Why should you care, Mr. Shielman? Let's talk about that poison.
I am not talking about you in the grip of natural emotions found in ordinary people who are confronted by the inexplicable. But as for Mr. Holmes, you are embarrassed, aren't you? Are you hiding something?
That is enough, Shielman.
You have kept your word. Therefore, I will keep mine. At this moment, the poison which so interests you isn't finished yet. Its maker is encountering great difficulties in attaining the desired results.
What is the end result?
Now, Mr. Holmes, the end result of any science, as Descartes once said, to become the master and owner of nature. Here we are talking about human nature, of course, and the creator's problem isn't so much the mixture as the durability of his creation.
What do you mean?
You see, this poison was made using rare but very volatile short-living compounds, which means that it is only possible to produce small quantities, which most importantly do not keep for a long time. Conceiving such a product in a laboratory especially built for the purpose could be achieved by any good chemist. But recopying this alchemy on another scale and keeping it ready at any moment, observing the particular conservation and storing conditions that a substance of this type requires, well, that would need a genius. I doubt if the creator of this mixture would be capable.
And you would be, of course.
Of course.
Luckily, you are going to spend the rest of your life in prison.
Luck is cyclical. It always comes around again, sooner or later. As far as I am concerned, I have the feeling that the cycle is going to be very short.
Beast. Total beast.
Holmes, it sounds to me as though this Shielman is implying that an escape attempt will be made.
Yes, we must go and warn the director.
Did you not even check the fucking pen, Holmes? Check his fucking pen. Keep... Oh, it's you. Where's the other guy away?
At your service.
Check his fucking pen. No, can't I go that way? Watson, will you get out my fucking way? Christ. So leave you at fucking aim sometimes. Goodbye! Let's go and talk to the bald Malcolm McDowell. Oh, I'm preggers.
It's out of the question that your bastard is named Patterson. Very well. You refuse to reveal the father to me? Well then go and join him. I'm not stopping you.
Don't talk to Jenny like that.
I can't.
Director, you will have to postpone this small family reunion. We believe that a serious scheme is afoot. We must act without delay.
You're not thinking of...
Yes. Shielman's words leave no room for doubt. It seems that he is planning an escape attempt. We strongly advise you to search his cell.
Do you really believe that he's hiding something? Because I must make an official report and have a legitimate reason for doing a search.
Director, If this prison is still in operation, it is solely because of its reputation. Think of the consequences of an escape. It would be closed at once. And what post do you imagine would be offered to the person deemed responsible?
You're right. No one will escape from Westgate under Patterson. I will order an immediate search of Mr. Shielman's cell.
Chief Warden James reporting. The search of prisoner Hans Shielman's cell has been carried out. No suspicious items were found.
Thank you, Chief James. I feel better now. Without wishing to offend you, Mr. Holmes, I am glad that you were mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken, we've nothing more to do here. Shall we go, Holmes?
There's just one more thing for me to see, Watson.
What's that?
Mr. Holmes, sorry to interrupt you, but Miss Jenny wishes to see you alone. She's waiting for you in her office.
This, Watson.
How did you know?
Wait for me in the guard's room. I won't be long.
What the fuck is going on here?
What an extraordinary gentleman that Sherlock Holmes is. You must have had lots of adventures with him.
Oh, yes, dozens.
Thought he was infallible. But there wasn't anything out of the way in the rat killer's cell. Could he have been mistaken?
I must admit...
Warden Brighton, in my office immediately. That's an order.
The director seems furious.
Yes. It must be important for him to order Brighton to leave his post.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
Oh!
Did you hear that?
Yes, that's not normal.
Did you hear that?
Flint shout like that.
But why doesn't O'Sullivan sound the alarm?
Follow me, Mackenzie. Let's go and have a look.
I'll come with you.
No, Dr. Watson, you're not allowed in. Wait for me here.
Very well.
Hey, but the grill is blocked, Chief.
We've been locked in. And that smoke, it's coming from below. O'Sullivan, can you hear us?
Sully, are you alive? Answer us, Sully.
What's going on? Can I help you?
Sound the alarm in the guard's room. That should unblock the door. Be quick. O'Sullivan might be in danger.
Where's the alarm? I thought this was the guard's room. No. What's happening? What does that say? Security level. Administration. I thought this was the... Oh, there's the fucking alarm.
It doesn't work.
What?
It doesn't.
It doesn't work. You're gonna die.
Hey, what are you waiting for to sound the alarm, Doctor?
It's impossible. It's been damaged. I'll run and warn the director.
No, Doctor. Our priority is to save O'Sullivan. Go ahead through the visitors' corridor and see if he answers your call.
Very well.
Take the keys. They're in our room.
Keys, keys, keys. Keys, keys, keys. Oh. Keys. What's that?
The guards must spend long...
Aye, it's not the time, Watson.
No, I've got
No.
nothing.
No. Keys. Keys.
No.
I've already forgot where I'm going. Was it the director's office? Shit, I wasn't listening.
The door is locked, and I can hear shouting.
Keys.
The door...
Yes, the keys. Oh, where am I going? High security? Is it the high security level? No, that's low. See, that's really fucking hard to see. I need to change the colour on my TV, it's all over the place.
It doesn't work.
What?
Useless. This door is blocked by the timer, but not the one below. Give me the keys, quickly.
Chuck them. You'll never reach him, Watson.
I've got the keys, Doctor. Thank you.
Follow me, Watson. We must repair the alarm.
Finally. There you are, Holmes.
You know, for an emergency, everything's gone really slow.
Follow me, Watson. I'm going to turn on
Oh
the system.
fuck.
Watson, you make sure of the contact.
I hope that this isn't dangerous.
What the fuck am I doing here? What? Right, so I take it I need to get the arrow to the middle. Right, I get it. Ah! Oh!
It works.
Perfect.
It's open. Let's go down.
Be careful. From what your colleague said, the flints are out.
We are
Oh,
trained
you
for
big
this sort of
cunts.
situation. And we're armed.
Come and help us, Watson.
Everything is back to normal. Thank you for your help.
You're not even going to show us
It was
what
a
happened? Christ.
But where is O'Sullivan?
He's no longer here. He must have gone out through the visitors' entrance.
Yes, and he must be pleased to have gotten out of the basement.
Ah, you know it was Neil
Must now check all
Sullivan.
the cells. It's the procedure in case of an alarm.
That was Neil
We'll come
Sullivan.
and help you.
That was fucking
You are evidently fond of
Schlemiel
wasting
or
time,
whatever the
my
fuck
dear
his
fellow.
name is.
Do
Shilman.
join me at the reception, you
That was
friend.
Shilman in that guard's clothes. You know what it was? The Flint brothers. Let's go and check. Oh look, it's the guard in Shilman's cell.
The grate is open. This is alarming. He's fine where he is, under the cover, still.
It's the
How
guard.
can he sleep with all this noise?
I'll admit it's not normal. Perhaps the smoke has poisoned him.
He
I'd better take a
killed
look.
the guard.
Be careful, Doctor. He is dangerous.
So what I'm assuming is that Shilman had something in another cell. He somehow had got something into another cell and purposely made Holmes and Watson think that he was maybe going to escape soon, knowing that he would then get moved to the other cell while they searched his. Something like that, I don't know, maybe. Let's see. Let's go and see a deed guard.
O'Sullivan,
It's impossible. He was with us only a few moments ago. Or else...
Or else it wasn't O'Sullivan.
My God, he's escaped. The rat killer has escaped.
We are fucked, Holmes. No. Oh, where is everybody? Holmes!
I must...
No, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Ah, Holmes, there you are. Hans has escaped.
Go and tell us how you
Fear that
know.
This inquiry is a bit
Tell
of
us how you know he's escaped.
Not at all, my dear fellow. Quite the contrary.
Oh, for
Follow me.
fuck's sake, Holmes. Holmes knew, and Holmes wanted to let him escape so he could see it was worth a guard's life.
Why the devil have you brought me behind the prison?
We have an appointment, Watson.
Wait. Whoa. Right, I take it we're meeting that dodgy looking cunt in the fog.
Look who is waiting for us.
Sheila!
What?
I'll go back and alert the guards.
Calm down. He's harmless.
What is going on?
But what is he doing here? Why hasn't he run away?
Because I asked him not to.
Are you telling me that you helped him to escape?
Quite so, as he wouldn't have been able to do so alone.
But how? And why? He's a dangerous madman. Holmes, you've made me an accomplice in this escape. You owe me some explanation.
And you will have them. But my priority for the moment is to remove our new friend to a safe place. I won't be long, but I must go alone. I'll rejoin you later. Just give me your next destination.
Very well. I suppose you know what you're doing.
How could you doubt it? Here, take the notes. They will help you when you write up the account of our visit to Westgate. So, where do I find you?
Oh, Whitechapel, I suppose. What the fuck is going on here? Is this where the title comes to? Is this the testament of Sherlock Holmes? You helping old boys here, and I've got to prove your innocence?
The next step of our investigation should take place in the Whitechapel area.
Good. Go then, and I'll rejoin you there.
Oh. Holmes' notes regarding the way that he helped Hans Schulman to escape from prison are so extraordinary that I feel it would be better to transcribe word for word the conversation that we had afterwards regarding this matter. I felt the impatience in my friend's look. However, he delayed relaying to me the details of his incredible achievement. He began by telling me about Hans Schulman's fountain pen. This is what he said. The key to the escape was actually Hans Schulman's fountain pen. I discovered a note inside Schulman's locker. I can quote it to you from memory. Whoever is smart enough to open this case should know that a couple of drops of my masterpiece are mixed together with the ink inside the pen's reservoir. If you are reading this note, it means that I am in a tight spot, so understand that my special ink will temporarily destroy the will of anyone it touches. Therefore, you have a few precious seconds during which you can shape the subject's will. If you recognise my genius, use this knowledge to get me out of the embarrassing situation that I am undoubtedly in. What? Schulman had left this instrument for his future escape inside a case secured by a devious combination. That way he can ensure that none of the prison staff would find it, other than a well-informed friend. Understanding this, I decided to play along with him, but with a double game by my own. I would help him to escape, but I would also keep him under control by using his own creation on him. I allowed Schulman to commence the game by giving him his pen, and then I started to advance my pawns. The first was to persuade the director that it was necessary to search the cell. I therefore passed the ball into Schulman's court by giving him the opportunity with Warden James. He did not waste it. He coated the bars of his cell with the poisoned ink, and Warden James, whose hands were contaminated, was under his control for a few seconds. He discreetly and quite simply ordered James to give him the keys. The ball was then back in my court. Now I had to find a way of neutralising Warden O'Sullivan, who was to be the basement guard, as we discovered when we found Miss Patterson's duty sheet. I must admit that the young warden helped me enormously by asking me to sign the prison's visitors book. Absorbed in the tale, I went over the chronology of the events in my mind. I remarked that Holmes had already signed the visitors book before giving Schulman his pen. He replied in the most annoyed tone, "Exactly, I anticipated it, and it was because of that I managed to get a step ahead in my game with Schulman. I was leading the race, and all the while he believed it to be the other way around. Schulman did not suspect that I had already used his poison, and thought that O'Sullivan's being asleep was a godsend. He therefore was not suspicious about the letter of reference that he found inside the warden's pocket." Holmes then returned to the point at which he had broken from his tale to point out the lack of pertinence to my remark. Alright. Oh, what? Better. But do not put the cart before the horse, Watson. Let me continue. So, by merely touching the fresh ink upon the page in the visitor book, O'Sullivan was under my control. I suggested a state of advanced drowsiness, but ordered him not to do anything immediately, just sufficient for him to be unable to resist a siesta during his guard duty. Ah, so that's what you could do with a good sleep. Right. I don't know how a chemical just touching the skin can make you, just for a few seconds, extremely suggestible. I've never heard of that. Later, after the changing of the guards, Schulman used the keys to let himself out of his cell. He hit the sleeping O'Sullivan over the head and exchanged the prison uniform for the warden's. Then he created a smokescreen by using the ingredients I had given to him: sugar from Miss Patterson's tea tray, brightened bicarbonate of soda, potassium nitrate from the guard's room, and sulphur from a few matches. He used the keys again to free the Flint brothers. The two ruffians leapt at each other's throats and made the very dickens of a noise. He had the diversion he needed to leave the high security area, and at the moment when you entered the game, Watson, thinking that you were helping O'Sullivan, you allowed Hans Schulman to open the corridor's annex bars by throwing him the keys. On my side, I opened the second lock by turning the alarm on again. In light of Holmes' explanation, I began to see my actions during this episode from quite another angle. I was troubled by the way that he had used me without my having any idea at the time of the duplicity of my actions. I interrupted his monologue to refer to the guards who had not realised what was happening, who were occupied with restraining the Flint brothers. Holmes continued, "Exactly. So there was now only one obstacle in front of Schulman. Warden Brighton on the reception desk at the front of the building. I interrupted him again, but it was the director who summoned him so insistently. Holmes, you won't have me believe that he was an accomplice in this escape. Of course not. I provoked the director's rage towards Brighton. Too impatient, I could not stop myself from asking how. I discovered that Jenny Patterson and Brighton were lovers. I also knew the director did not have any idea about their affair, and that he would surely fall into a full rage if he found out. I asked him if that was also the reason why Miss Patterson had been summoned. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking sick of reading this. Yeah, she knew that I had opened a locket to find the guards to let. I get this, I get it. And so she knew that I was aware of her affair with Brighton. She wanted to make sure that I would not see anything. I pointed out that it had been rather unfeeling on his part to have told the director everything, reminding him of his promise to the young woman. He denied it in a somewhat hypocritical manner. I did not say anything, I simply left the lovers' letters inside the urgent correspondence box in the secretary's office, knowing that they would be delivered to him a few minutes later, thereby provoking his anger. The director shouted at Brighton, who rushed off to the secretary's office. Shieldman now had nothing to stand between him and the front door. Another question leapt into my mind, and not the least important one. Why did he not simply run once he was outside? Why did he wait? I was not disappointed by my friend's answer. It is evident, my dear Watson, if he did not run away, then it was only thanks to that aforementioned step ahead which I told you. It gave me enough time to write the letter of recommendation for O'Sullivan with the poison pen. It was the pocket of the uniform. The Shieldman could not resist reading it when he found it. But what was written in that letter? Not very much, just congratulations on your escape. Wait for me here. I gaped at him, and that is how the first and only escape from the most inviolable prison in the kingdom came to pass. A scenario which without doubt will prove to be the focus of police college studies for a long time to come, as one of the most extraordinary escapes in the history of modern prison. Ah, thank fuck. Don't say that, don't say stuck in the game. It's already hard enough to try and convince myself that this is drawing me in, but when you call it a game, you may as well have them just go, Holmes, press the right trigger to run.
Is the highest for pickpockets in all of the kingdom.
Don't worry about my wallet, Watson. It would be easier to move Big Ben than to steal from me.
Or to borrow a shilling from you.
Amusing, Watson. Really very amusing. Can we move on to more serious matters?
I'm listening.
You alright, mate? Oh, where's your pal? They did?
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district.
Hey, give me a little something, you cheapskate.
Get a job. I wonder if this is what it's like if you're a Tory. Like this is what Tories see when they just walk down a normal street. Get a job. 10 billion in benefit cuts. The NHS was a 60-year mistake. Oh, hen, you alright?
We haven't got a home or any work. What will become of us?
Just pull yourself together. It's that easy.
They leave us to die like dogs.
Maybe if you didn't drink and smoke all day and watch Jeremy Kyle, people would respect you more. I'm Jeremy Hunt. You look like one of the flints. What am I doing? Stuck in a tiny wee bit of a broken barrel. What's happening?
No, it is unnecessary.
Alright, you.
There's nothing left at all. I have to close. Oh, what misery.
You ain't from round here. You shouldn't stay here. It ain't healthy.
Was that supposed to be American? I'll see that again.
You ain't from round here. You shouldn't stay here. It ain't healthy.
That's terrible. This is fucking depressing, man. Officer. Come on, Watson. Catch me, catch me. Did you no run now?
There's nothing left at all.
Your mate down there just said that. You're repeating yourself. That rat is really fucking loud. Where is that? What are you doing? Fuck, is that a guy? I thought it was a Wayne-stone in that box.
Here's the public dispensary that we're looking for.
Oh. You alright, mate? You look dead. Here, is he alright? Are you alright? What are you raking, mate? Excuse me.
I'm starving. Help me for pity's sake.
No. God is truth. Fuck right off. Look at that horrible fucking propaganda up there. This is fucking horrible. Let's get here, Morrison. Let's just go, man. This is just making me sad. Excuse me.
Good day. Please excuse us. Oh, Grant, is it you?
Yes, but wait a moment. Watson, it's been years. Since the Faculty of Medicine, if my memory serves me right.
Yes, we were young and ambitious. I didn't expect to find you here. I thought you had gone to America.
No. I find that I prefer the filth here, amputating gangrenous legs.
Ah.
I'm joking, Watson. Unfortunately, I was unable to leave for Washington. I had to give up surgery. So instead, I crouched down in this rat hole, rubbing shoulders with the world's misery.
Grant, treating those in need is a noble calling. You underestimate the importance of your work.
If you say so. It's true that in the beginning I felt as you do, but as time goes by, the more this cursed area seems like hell. You think that nothing can get worse, and the next day you see that it can. Now famine has hit these poor wretches.
One can't always do as one might prefer when one is a doctor.
Grant, I'd like to introduce you to Sherlock Holmes.
Pleased to meet you. Well, no one comes here by chance, therefore I imagine that you need something in particular. How can I help you?
Scalpel.
Dr. Grant, we are in possession of a scalpel which was found in an unusual location. Does it come from your dispensary, as we believe?
From its mark, I'd say it was stolen from us. A lot of things disappear from here, you understand. Life is hard in Whitechapel. When the staff find a way of adding to their salary, they rarely hesitate to do so.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Farewell, Doctor.
See you soon, perhaps. And take care of yourself.
Right, Watson, shall we call this the end of this chapter? Part, whatever part it is. I don't remember right now. Goodbye.